This is Depot Street in Bennington, Vermont. This is the street that Grandma Moses used to live on when she lived in Vermont and babysat all the children. We're leaving Bennington on Route 9, and this is Hemmings Motors News that makes the magazine for all the car parts. And that's the Moose. I'm not going to get out because the Moose wasn't really that exciting. Just wanted to show you Hemmings Motors News. It's the Bible for all if you ever want to restore a car. I think they're online now for parts, or you can buy complete cars out of there. They have classified advertisement. It's Hemmings Motors News in Bennington, Vermont. This is the Bennington Museum, and that's Grandma Moses Schoolhouse Museum. This is District Number 3. It's a real schoolhouse. They moved here. Inside you have all Grandma Moses paintings. You have paintings of other Vermont artists. You have Will Moses, her grandson. She has a few grandsons that are painting. Tom Moses. I met a couple of them. But anyway, in this one schoolhouse, they have a lot of her stuff, and one's a desk that she used to paint on. You see it in some of her pictures. And they also have the movie clip from Edward R. Murrow back, I don't know when that was, in the 50s when he was interviewing her. And it's funny, she lived to be about 100 years old, and there he is blowing smoke in her face for the whole interview. She probably could have lived to be 120. But it is a pretty nice museum. It's a funny story, not funny. One Christmas Eve, somebody came in and stole some Grandma Moses paintings, about 7 of them, or 11 of them, I don't remember. And 7 years later, when the people came in to work Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, there they all were, packed up nice on the front porch. The person brought them back. That's where the museum is. Actually, they have a car upstairs too. There's a lot of old classic things about the Revolution and stuff. They have a painting on the wall about the Battle of Bennington, and this is Bennington, Vermont, and Battle of Bennington. The monument's here, but actually the war was taking place in New York, right over the border. But there's also a car upstairs. It's an old Wasp, and it was a car that was made in Bennington, in Vermont. I think there was only like 10 made or something. Someday I'll go to the museum and go inside and take video of it. I just gotta get permission first. Right behind here, we're gonna go down up the road and make a left. Right behind here is a cemetery, and Robert Frost is buried there. And I'll try to get a little video of the cemetery, the gravesite. There's an old church in Bennington, and I'm hoping to find certain cemetery plot. We'll see. That's what I'm hoping to find. Well, there's an old cemetery. I love old cemeteries. I don't know why. Maybe I'm spooked. Love the headstones, the old marble. There better be more directions. Well, you keep saying over and over, it's a sunny, shady day. It's really pretty, but I don't know how it is for photography. Let's see, there's an arrow. I hope that's his grave. Where we go? Oh yeah, there it is. Robert Frost had a house not near there. It's in Shaftesbury, between North Bennington and Shaftesbury. And people broke into it and destroyed it recently. They made a museum out of it. This is cool. I don't know what it is, but I don't think this is his crypt or anything. He has a regular headstone. Steel doors. Anyway, he broke into it and destroyed it. They just remodeled the darn place. Yeah, the sad part is, I don't think young people know about history, know about our forefathers or anything. It's really sad. They have no respect for their own country. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Maybe someday I'll show you their house. You can do tours in there. Kind of dark in here. I better shut the camera off. Pretty cemetery though, pretty cool. Anyway, look who we just stumbled upon. Hey, do you know where Robert's plot is? Because somebody took the sign down. Some knucklehead. It's either left or right. Do you have anything to do with Mr. Frost? Hey, you're not afraid of nothing. Yeah, just yawn. Let's see where you can find it. Ah, there we go. Leslie Frost Valentine, Joseph Valentine, Irma Frost Cone, William Prescott Frost, Malcolm Wilbert Francis. Here we go. I guess you know who I'm looking for. This is amazing. Should have followed you in. Oh, I hope you can read this. Let me go upside down. Anyway, it's Robert Lee Frost. Terrible. The light is not agreeing with me at all today. I don't know. Sometimes you shut the camera off and start again. You're alright. Anyway, Robert Lee Frost, 1874 to 1963. His wife, she died in 38. She was a year older than him and died in 38. I didn't know that. Frost Frazier died in 34. Must be the father. Carol Frost. Elliot Frost, 1900. Anyway. And Leslie Frost Valentine. I probably can't read that because she's in the shadows. Well, I thought maybe you'd like to see that. Robert Frost. Pretty cool. Well, let's get on. Now, coming into Hoosick, town of Hoosick, New York. And Grandma Moses did a few paintings about this town. And this is where she got discovered. And I'll go to the little town where she was discovered. Was in this town. I'll try to pull over and show you some little shops. Over there on that wall is a mural of one of Grandma Moses' paintings. Every few years they change it and they touch it up over the years. I'll try to get a closer view when I come back, get in the truck. Anyway, like I said, Grandma Moses was discovered in one of these stores on the street. What's pretty interesting is right there is one of her nephew's paintings, Thomas E. Moses. Again, that's the mural, and they maintain it. Somebody comes and touches it up every year. It's on the side of a brick building, and they change the mural every few years. And the sign Moses, of course, she didn't put it up. 1983. Maybe this one's been up. No, it says redone. This is 93 and then 2007. Roger Wean. It's one of Grandma Moses. I tell you, the first time I saw her paintings, that's when I really fell in love with folk art. That's some of her older style when she was older. She was a pretty good painter. You see her older style, and it's, you know, more primitive, which is cool, which I love anyway. But she's a pretty detailed printer and painter, and she did it in oil. Anyway, right across the street there, that's the street, John Street, where that bagel place I showed you, that's where her, she was discovered. She had her art sitting there for 2 years, and some fellow came up from New York and discovered her in a window. Anyway, this is Hoosick, New York, and we're going to go by where she lived, her farm, which is north here in White Creek. We're on Route 22, just entering Washington County, and this is the town of White Creek, and this is where Grandma Moses, her farm was. We're going to turn on her street, which is Grandma Moses Road. I didn't see anything, but that was, I took a video of the sign. Her farm is up here on the right hand side. I'll stop and take some videos of it. Like I said, this is where she moved when she left Bennington. That's not it. Let's see. There it is. Here's the house she lived in. Here's the barn. Her grandson, Will Moses, has his art gallery now, and that's where she lived. That White House. Yeah, that's his Mount Nebo Gallery. And like I said, that's where Grandma Moses lived. There's one painting she did out one of the windows. Probably that window. Those ones that side of the house. Or the farm down here. Mount Nebo, Will Moses. Grandma Moses, 58 to 60 Moses Road. that's it. Now we're heading up. We'll be getting back on 22 heading north. We're shooting on 313 over to Arlington, Vermont, where Norman Rockwell lived. Riding on Route 313 from Chalmers, New York to Arlington, New York. And this is just making this turn. This is where Norman Rockwell lived when he lived in Vermont. Last time I pulled here, I almost got hit by a tractor coming out the other way. It's so dark. I'm going through a Vermont covered bridge. Church here. This is our part of Arlington, Vermont. And the two houses up there, the one on the right is where Norman Rockwell lived when he was in Vermont and he was doing his paintings. It's on River Road. It's now an inn. Farmhouse over there. 1792. That's where his studio was, on the corner there. That has nothing to do with him. Old farm there. Anyway, going back out to the church. The story about these covered bridges, when they're remodeling them in Vermont, they found, restoring them, they found notes in them. And in the rafters, and the notes would be like one hobo would leave a note to another hobo or anybody came by, tell them the best place to work for a day, or who would give you some food, or where to go for employment. This is the part of Kill River. Of course, my mirror's in the way. It's a famous river in Vermont for fishing. It's a catch and release river. And actually, the headwaters of it start at my property and go all the way down New York. Waiting to pull out here. That's it.